I had thought several times before posting this video, as I very well know it shall be criticized by many of them listening to this. But I have just made an attempt to explain my stand. I guess controversies are not born by itself but created by a group of people who do not want to accept the facts, created by those who are not open for quality arguments, by those obstinate people who feel insecure. Before I discuss something about my project, I would like to share something from my past. When I had taken admission to BHMS, I never had any idea about what homeopathy is all about. I am very thankful to Dr. Wani Sir, who had taught us the organon, a subject which changed my entire life, an approach to my life, a subject which had given me a reason to think that I can build myself with this profession. That same interest kept on growing. I still don't claim that I have mastered everything, but by the time I had finished my course, I had enough confidence to survive. Just survival was still my priority during that time, but before I could start my own practice, I wanted to make sure for myself that the theories and principles, whatever I had understood, really works. I was fortunate enough to get some good chronic cases in the beginning, wherein I could test that our theories and principles work, and we get results too. Although my confidence grew, I was frustrated to see other doctors prescribing multiple medicines as they want, just to earn their benefit. Somehow, I failed to practice whatever I have learned, just for the sake of earning money. I joined another corporate insurance company, and, in the free time, I used to practice for free. I had done that for almost 9 years, and, with each chronic case, my confidence also multiplied. I sometimes even felt that, when we are getting such wonderful results, how anyone can complain that it doesn't work. For some reason, I had to resign from my job, and had to search for other means to pass my time, as I needed some more time to build my clinic the way I wanted it to be. For earning, I was not ready to compromise on what I have learned, so we started a medical laboratory, which, by God's grace, had flourished well, so that it could take care of my earnings for my family. Same time, I got the interview call from this college for the post of lecturer. I had never thought of either salary or my earnings when I shifted here, but I was thrilled because I could talk, discuss, chat about homeopathy the whole day. Wanted to share the wonderful experiences that I had in my life, but when I joined here, it did not take long for me to realize that my need was only there to fill up the vacancy. I had opted for teaching physiology because I feel that is the right time, in first year, when that interest has to be generated to understand the concept of homeopathy. A comparative study of organon and physiology, with whatever we experience in our life, was more than enough to convince someone that we have the power. But I was asked to take the subject repertory, for which I always had that craze. During my interview in this college, it was asked to me that which lecture I liked the most in my college, and I had replied that I loved repertory, and I still thank Dr. Jodasar for that. I had no regrets to teach that subject, but when I found that the students coming into third year doesn't know even the basics, I was shocked. But I decided to start from the basics. I feel I am good in making observations, and if I was not wrong, I could see that interest in some students to understand and study. My students know that I had told several times in class that I can read from their face if they have not understood. My task was like teaching grammar to those students who do not know all the alphabets perfectly. Many of us say that these students are not here to study, so we can't help, and if you students admit that, then I can only feel pity on you. But if that is the case, then once you get the degree somehow, please do a favor on the system by not practicing, because if as a practitioner you fail, it is taken as the failure of our entire system. Don't be a blind admirer, do something that people admire you. Forget about money, that is bound to come, but you are into a profession where you can help the people, you can serve them. It's a passion. Just think of a situation where you have treated a patient who had any complaint for long years, and have tried everything before he came to you. The happiness that you will see in that patient's eyes, I bet, will be worth 1 crore. Have a dream, work hard to achieve it. Life is only one, make it worth living. Homeopathy is all about understanding the people, their emotions, their feelings, their happiness, their sorrow, their disease, and we have to show a way to help them recover from their disease. My project and my website is not for those who just want to pass out somehow and practice as they wish, but instead, it's only for those who have a passion to achieve something in life. I am not expecting each and every one of you listening to this coming rushing to me, but at least one student from each class of each college I visit will serve my purpose. I do not want quantity, but I believe in quality. Finally, to those friends who make various excuses to blame the students, I feel that it's a matter of conscience. I have it, and if you do, just think as to a situation where, despite putting in all your efforts on your own children, how would you feel if they come out good for nothing? These poor students also have their families and responsibilities. I have not blamed anyone, but only challenged the way the things are done in general. I shall remember my this birthday for lifelong, because it's not easy to speak something like this on your birthday. I have always tried to teach my students to make a habit of reading the mind from whatever someone says, and I guess at least some of you must have developed that skill.